Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I figured today I would do this video a little bit different style, more like a vlog style, because it's something that's on my mind and something that as wedding photographers start to, this time of year, this is the process where they start trying to get more clients, trying to get ready for the upcoming wedding season. And if you're new to photography and you know right off the bat that you want to be a wedding photographer, or you're a seasoned photographer and you've decided that you want to go into wedding photography, I will say wedding photography is probably one of the hardest genres of photography, only because you have to be able to be a portrait photographer, you have to be able to be a landscape photographer, product photographer, fashion photographer. I mean, it encompasses so many types of photography that it's insane. The good part is you don't have to master them all. You just have to know enough of each one. But I do plan on doing a video of what to expect on a wedding day as a wedding photographer. But today I want to cover the type of gear that you really need to make sure that you bring to your wedding. And this can go for any system. So it doesn't matter if it's Sony, it doesn't matter if it's Canon, it doesn't matter if it's Nikon. Heck, it doesn't even matter if it's Fujifilm, Pentax, whatever. These are like the minimum requirements that I think, in my opinion, you should have with you and you should bring for each wedding. So the first one is obviously going to be cameras. Always have two cameras. So it doesn't matter if you're going to only use one of them for the entire wedding and swap out lenses or things like that. Always have two cameras. This way you have one as a backup. Now, me personally, I carry two cameras the entire day. So if one goes down, I still have the ability to use that one camera. So always have two cameras. Next would be lenses. Now, there is a big debate whether team zoom lenses or team prime lenses. I sit in the middle. I'm team both. And I'll explain that in a minute. There's a myriad of combinations that you can use. If you're a zoom lens shooter, you could use the 24 to 70 f2.8 and then the 70 to 200 f2.8. They also make 24 to 105 f4, 24 to 105 f2.8. And then there's the primes. You got 24 millimeter, 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 85 millimeter. There's a 105 millimeter, and there's a 135 millimeter, and there's a 100 millimeter. So you could really go overboard with the amount of lenses and things like that if you aren't careful, or if you really just want to collect gear. I use 4 lenses at every wedding. So to start the wedding, I have my two Canon R6 Mark IIs, and at the beginning of the day, I use the new RF 16 to 28 f2.8, and then either the RF 35 f1.8 or the RF 50 f1.8, nifty 50. Usually it's going to be the 35 millimeter because you can still get really nice portraits, real nice blurred background with a 35 millimeter. You just got to be a little bit closer. That time of day, I'm usually in like the bridal suite or something like that, or I'm in smaller areas where I need to have something that's wider. Quite a bit of group shots being done at that point as well. So that's why it's important to kind of have those different focal ranges. So I have 16 to 35 millimeters in the morning, or beginning, before pre-ceremony. Then once the ceremony starts, I switch over to my 28 to 70 f2.8 and the 85 f2. And then I'll use those the rest of the night until maybe the dance floor session, or I'll use those throughout the ceremony, after the ceremony, and then once the reception really starts to hit, then I will use the 16 to 28 f2.8, and then I will have the 28 to 70 f2.8, and I will use that as a combination, and then I will not use any primes for the rest of the night. So that's my combination throughout the day of lenses and cameras that I use. Now, it's also important that you want to have at least 2 flashes with you. So I have 2 Canon flashes that I use at every wedding. You can bring more, and if you're going to do off-camera flash, then you're probably going to have 3 to 4 to maybe even 6 flashes. I do not do off-camera flash. All of my flash is on camera. So that's just me. That's a personal choice. And the other thing that I want to mention when it comes to lenses is you don't have to use first-party lenses. Third-party lenses have come a long, long way. Sigma makes some fantastic, fantastic glass. And don't be afraid to adapt third-party lenses, or don't be afraid to use third-party lenses. The quality of these lenses these days are fantastic. So just wanted to put that caveat out there. You know, if your budget is really low, all of my lenses are budget-friendly lenses. They are first-party, but they're all budget-friendly. Most of my lenses are less expensive than the equivalent of third-party lenses that I would get. So when I say mine are budget, they are budget lenses, but they are first-party lenses. But don't be afraid to get third-party lenses. They make some great glass, especially Sigma, Tamron, some really, really good glass there. So you have 2 cameras, you have 2 to 4 lenses, a couple flashes, and that could be anywhere between 2 to 6, depending on if you're going to be doing off-camera flash or not, or if you're going to do a combination of on-camera and off-camera flash. Totally up to you. Then you're going to need a bag, obviously. I have 2 bags. I've got the Nomadic Peter McKinnon 35-liter bag, and I use that when I'm going to be doing both photo and video, or if I need all of my gear and I'm bringing just a lot of gear, because that holds everything. If I'm just doing photo or if I'm just doing video, then more than likely I'll just bring the 18-liter Nomadic Peter McKinnon Luma bag, which you can check out the unboxing of that. I will make sure to leave that in the description, or you can check it out here. So I have those 2 bags, depending on, you know, what type of what I'm doing for that wedding. And then you're going to want a way to carry those cameras or a camera. Now, if you're going to go the single camera route, there's brands out there that do great, that make great straps. Can you use the strap that came with your camera? Sure. I have used, at my very first wedding, I used the strap that came with my camera. It was very uncomfortable, and I used it once. At that point, I was still only using 1 camera, so I got a Peak Design strap. And I'll tell you what, they make some awesome, awesome straps, and they are high quality, they're durable, and they're great. Hold Fast is another one that makes really good straps. They're leather, and they also have non-leather. So just find a strap that's comfortable for you. If you are going to go the 2 camera route, you can there's straps by Hold Fast. There's other straps out there other brands that you can find on Amazon, and I'll leave some affiliate links down below. But they make some really good straps out there to where you can carry both cameras, 1 on each side. So it's just whatever flavor you want to use. Also, I do want to mention, regardless if you're Team Zoom or Team Prime. So if you're a Team Prime, you're probably using a 35 and an 85, and then you have your 50 and 24 as backup lenses. At least when I shot primes, that's what I had. Don't be afraid to experiment. If you're able to rent lenses, figure out what you like, okay? Figure out what you like and then go from there. You don't have to be all zoom, you don't have to be all prime, but if you are, hey, that's fine too. A lot of people prefer only primes, and there's a lot of people out there that prefer only zoom lenses. There's no wrong way. As long as you get the job done and your clients and brides and everybody are happy, that's all that matters. So you want to make sure that you have a camera bag. You want to make sure you have 2 camera bodies, 2 to 4 lenses, flashes. Make sure you bring batteries. Extra batteries are always good. I have a total of 8 batteries. So I'm always making sure that if I need to change the batteries, I can change the batteries. SD cards, that's another very important thing. Always have SD cards with you. It's always, you never know when one of those things could fail. And then, okay, boom, now I've got an SD card that's good that you can pop right back in there and not have to worry about it, and you don't skip a beat. One of the caveats that I want to bring up though when it comes to the cameras, for the longest time when I started out in wedding photography, I used cameras that only had one card slot. So every wedding, I took the chance of possibly losing that SD card. And so I backed up to a SSD constantly throughout the entire wedding day. Once I did upgrade to a full frame camera, which there is no real upgrade between crop sensor and full frame. So whether you want to go crop sensor or full frame, doesn't matter. Just make sure that it's got 2 card slots. This way you're covered and it's backed up and you don't have to worry about losing images or footage or anything like that. So just make sure you have 2 card slots. And like I said, the extra SD cards, straps, flashes, you guys get the gist, all right? That is my recommendation. That's what I bring to a wedding, and if you're a new wedding photographer or you want to get into doing weddings, that is the gear that I highly recommend you bring at a minimum. You have your bag, you have 2 cameras, 2 to 4 lenses, flashes, batteries, SD cards, and you know, straps or a way to carry your cameras. All right, and make sure that it's a way to where your cameras won't get damaged. So hopefully you guys like this video. Let me know down there, are you new to photography and you want to get into weddings, or are you a seasoned photographer already and you still want to get into weddings? Let me know. Put your comments down below. Please like this video, subscribe, smash that bell so you get notified when I put out new videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.